Welcome on the AIS platform. Today we shall discuss on regional state of Vijay Nagar. First of all, Vijay Nagar Empire was founded by Harihar and Bukka during the time period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a very important, very learned Sultan of Delhi Sultanate. He belonged to Tughlaq dynasty. But Muhammad bin Tughlaq is considered as wise fool due to his experiments. Because various experiments of Muhammad bin Tughlaq failed. And during his era, Harihar and Bukka founded Vijayanagar Empire in South India. At the same time, in 1347, Hassan Gangu, Alauddin Hassan Bahman Shah founded Bahmani Empire in Deccan. But in this class, we shall discuss about a regional state of Vijayanagar, which was founded by Harihar and Bukka, the sons of Sangam in 1336. There were four dynasties in Vijayanagar Empire. Means you can say four dynasties ruled in Vijayanagar Empire. First dynasty is known as Sangam dynasty, which ruled from 1336 to 1485. Sangam dynasty. Sangam dynasty belonged to Sangam, who was father of Harihar and Bukka. This dynasty basically ruled from 1336 to 1485. Second dynasty of Vijayanagar Empire was Salu dynasty, which ruled from 1485 to 1505. Basically, this dynasty was founded by Salu Narsingh, who killed the last ruler of Sangam dynasty and founded Salu dynasty. Third dynasty was Tulwa dynasty. Tulwa dynasty was founded by Bir Narsingh in 1505. This dynasty continued from 1505 to 1570. And the last dynasty of Vijayanagar Empire was Arvid dynasty. It ruled from 1570 to 1672. First of all, we shall start from Sangam dynasty. Sangam was father of Harihar and Bukka, who founded Sangam dynasty, who founded Vijayanagar Empire. Harihar and Bukka ruled from 1336 to 1377 jointly. But in 1356, Harihar died and Bukka continued till 1377. Thus, you can say, first of all, Harihar and Bukka ruled jointly from 1336 to 1356, and after 1356, Bukka ruled till 1377. In this class, we shall start to write and simultaneously we shall discuss on the topics. Then start and write heading Harihar and Bukka 1336 to 1377 AD. Now write down. According to legends, they they means Harihar and Bukka belonged to a family of five brothers and were originally feudatories of Kaktiyas of Warangal, and after its fall they served as minister in the Kampil state. Means first of all, Harihar and Bukka and his brothers were feudal lords under Kakatiya dynasty of Warangal. When Kakatiya dynasty declined, they started to serve in Kampil state as ministers. Now para change. When Kampili was overrun by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, basically it was the incident during the time period of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, father of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, sent Muhammad bin Tughlaq to suppress kingdoms of South India because they declared independence. These South Indian states were conquered by Malik Kafur, the commander in chief of Alauddin Khilji. Now, right, when Kampili was overrun by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the two brothers were imprisoned. Two brothers means Harihar and Bukka were arrested and sent to jail. And they were also converted into Islam by Muhammad bin Tughlaq and converted to Islam. Full stop. Later, they returned to the Hindu fold, at the initiative of the Saint Vidyaranya. Vidyaranya. Basically, during the time period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, both brothers were sent to Delhi and were converted into Islam. They became very close to the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. When during the time period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the South Indian states started revolt. Muhammad bin Tughlaq sent Harihar and Bukka to suppress the revolt of South Indian states. Harihar and Bukka went to South India and suppressed the revolt, and they founded an independent state of Vijay Nagar on the advice of his guru Vidyaranya. And they were also converted into Hinduism once again. Now, for a change, they also proclaimed their independence, and to commemorate the memory of their guru, means Vidyaranya, the brothers founded a new city of Vidyanagar or Vijay Nagar on the south bank of river Tungabhadra. Basically, when they founded an independent state, they named it Vidyanagar or Vijayanagar on the name of his guru Vidyananda. Basically, this city was located on the south bank of river Tungabhadra. Continue para change. The decline of the Hoysal kingdom enabled Harihar and Bukka to expand their newly founded kingdom. Basically, Hoysal state was ruling in modern Karnataka and Dwarsamudra was its capital. We have discussed during the time period of Alauddin Khilji that Malik Kafur defeated the king of Hoysal state, and Hoysal state accepted the overlordship of Alauddin Khilji. This Hoysal state was declined during the time period of Harihara and Bukka. Then it provided a chance to explore Vijayanagar's empire in Hoysal state. Now, para change, it is pertinent to note that in this struggle, they were aided by their brothers who, with their relations, looking after the administration of the areas conquered. And thus, Vijayanagar kingdom was a kind of cooperative commonwealth at first. Basically, this Vijayanagar empire was ruled by Harihar and Bukka, but both Harihar and Bukka were supported, were aided by his brothers. Hence, this is called cooperative commonwealth. This is called cooperative commonwealth at first. Parachins. According to Madura Vijayam of Ganga Devi, Kumar Kampan conquered Madura. Kumar Kampan was a Kumar. He conquered Madura. He annexed Madura. He occupied Madura and merged it in Vijayanagar Empire. Ganga Devi was wife of Kumar Kampan. She wrote Madura Vijayam and mentioned this story in her writing. Parachins. Bukka succeeded his brothers in 1356 and ruled till 1377 AD. We have discussed earlier that Harihar died in 1356. Thus, Bukka himself, Bukka merely ruled Vijayanagar Empire from 1356 to 1377. But before 1356, Harihar and Bukka ruled jointly. Parachins. Bukka sent a diplomatic mission to China to develop good relation. Full stop. He embraced the title of Ved Marg Pratishthapak. वेद मार्ग प्रतिष्ठापक मतलब वेदों को के मार्ग को स्थापित करने वाला मीन्स who placed the culture of Vedas. Culture of Vedas. Parachins. A war was fought between Bukka first and Bahmani Sultan Muhammad first, but it was concluded by a treaty. Means a war was fought between Bahmani Sultan and Vijayanagar Sultan, but both decided to conclude this war through a treaty. Parachins. Harihar II, 1377 to 1406. Means after Bukka, Harihar II started to rule and he ruled from 1377 to 1406. Continue. Harihar II succeeded Bukka first. He was the first Maharaja Dhiraja of Vijayanagar Empire. Means Before Harihar II, nobody had embraced the title of Maharaja Dhiraja. Harihar II was first ruler of Vijayanagar Empire who embraced the title of Maharaja Dhiraja. Now next, Devarai first time period 1406 to 1422 AD. Continue. Devarai II succeeded Harihar II. Full stop. He constructed a dam across river Tungabhadra to bring canals into the city to relieve the shortage of water. He also built a dam on the river Haridra for irrigation purposes. Means he was very anxious to develop irrigation facility in his kingdom, Parachins. Early in his career, he was defeated by Bahmani ruler Firoz Shah and had not only pay a huge indemnity means war reparations, but also had to marry his daughter to the Sultan. Means Devraj II was defeated by Bahmani Sultan in this war, and he also was compelled to marry his daughter to the Sultan of Bahmani. Now, for a change, Devraj first modernized the Vijayanagar army, means army of Vijayanagar. How? By improving the cavalry, employing Turkish archers, and procuring horses from Arabia and Persia. You can say in other languages that Devraj II included various horses who were imported from Arabia and Persia. And he also employed various Turkish archers in his army because they were very good archers. Parachins. He maintained a secular attitude. Who? Means Devrai first. He maintained a secular attitude in administrative matters. Full stop. He had 10,000 Muslims in his army, being the first Vijayanagar king to do so. Means Devrai first was the first ruler of Vijayanagar Empire who procured, who employed 10,000 Muslims soldiers in his army. Put it up. He had mosque and a slaughterhouse constructed for the convenience of the Muslim soldiers. Muslim soldiers. Parachange. Italian traveler Niccolo Conti in bracket 1420 and Russian merchant Nikitin visited Vijayanagar Empire during his reign. Means during the time period of Devarai I, Italian traveler Niccolo Conti visited Vijayanagar in 1420 and Russian trader of horses Nikitin also visited Vijayanagar during the time period of Vijayanagar, Devarai I. Parachange. Devarai I was a patron of Kannada literature and architecture. There was a Pearl Hall where he honored men of eminence. Full stop. Madhur, a Jain poet, was in his court. In his court means Jain poet Madhur decorated the court of Devrai first. Very important, underline. Now next, Devrai second. 1425 to 1446. Continue. Devrai second became a very important ruler of Vijayanagar. He was the greatest ruler of Sangam dynasty, not Vijayanagar Empire, only Sangam dynasty, who was an able administrator, comma, an ambitious warrior, and a man of letters. Man of letters means scholar. Full stop. He wrote Mahanatak Sudhanidhi in Sanskrit language and a commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Parachinj. The Sanskrit poet Gund Dimdim and Srinath decorated his court. Decorated means lived in his court. Harivilasam was a writing of Srinath. Srinath means Srinath wrote Harivilasam. Yes, Srinath had written Harivilasam. Parachinj. Devara II embraced the title of Gajavatekar. Gajvatekar means hunter of elephants. Right in bracket, comma. Praulh Devrai, Praulh Devrai and Immadi Devrai. Immadi Devrai. Parachange. According to Niccolo Conti, who had visited Vijayanagar Empire during the time period of Devrai first. According to Niccolo Conti, Devrai II levied tribute on Ceylon, Quilon, Pigu, and Pulicat. Persian scholar Abdul Razzaq visited the court of Devrai II. Abdul Razzaq was an ambassador of Persian ruler who visited Vijayanagar during the time period of Devrai II. And he also joined the coronation ceremony of Devrai II. Parachinj. Now next ruler, Mallikarjun. 1446 to 1465. Mallikarjun was a successor of Devrai II. Full stop. Chinese traveler Ma Huyan visited Vijayanagar during the reign of Mallikarjun. Means Chinese traveler Ma Huyan came India and visited Vijayanagar during the time period of Mallikarjun. Parachange. Now next ruler, last ruler, Virupaksha II. 1465 to 1485. Continue. Virupaksha was the last ruler of Sangam dynasty. Virupaksha was the last ruler of Sangam dynasty. Means Virupaksha लास्ट रूलर है विजयनगर एम्पायर का। पैराचेंज। नाउ द नेक्स्ट डायनेस्टी, सालुआ डायनेस्टी, टाइम पीरियड 1485 to 1505। Write down. Salu dynasty was founded by Salu Narsingh in 1485 after killing the last ruler of Sangam dynasty. Who was the last ruler of Sangam dynasty? Virupaksha. We have discussed earlier. The Salu Narsingh was the founder of second Vijayanagar Empire. Second Vijayanagar Empire means next dynasty. Full stop. Parachange. Imadi Narsingh, comma, a son of Salu Narsingh, succeeded him. Means after Salu Narsingh, Imadi Narsingh became ruler of Salu dynasty. But he was a minor successor. Hence, Narsa Nayak. Narsa Nayak means commander in chief of Salu Narsingh. Hence, Narsa Nayak was appointed as regent of Imadi Narsingh. Full stop. Para change. In 1505 AD, Bir Narsingh, comma, the son of Narsa Nayak, killed Imadi and founded Tulwa dynasty. And founded Tulwa dynasty. Parachange. Now next dynasty, third dynasty, Tulwa dynasty. Tulwa dynasty. Write down. Tulwa dynasty was founded by Bir Narsingh in 1505 AD. Full stop. There were various rebellions during his reigns. During his reign, and by suppressing them, he died in 1509. In 1509 AD. AD means C, Common Era. Parachange. Krishna Dev Rai, 1509 to 1529 AD. Basically, Krishna Dev Rai was younger brother of Veer Narsingh. When Veer Narsingh died in 1509, thus Krishna Dev Rai succeeded Veer Narsingh. He was a very great ruler of Vijayanagar Empire, greatest ruler of Vijayanagar Empire, you can say. Continue. Krishna Dev Rai succeeded Veer Narsingh in 1509. He was the greatest ruler of Vijayanagar. He was also known as Abhinav Bhoj. Abhinav Bhoj means new Bhoj. Andhra Pitamaha and Andhra Bhoj means Bhoj of Andhra Pradesh. Bhoj, Bhoj means the king of Parmar dynasty who was very learned, man of letters. As the same way, Krishna Dev Raya was also a very learned ruler of modern Andhra Pradesh, hence he was considered as Andhra Bhoj. Parachange. Krishna Dev Raya was a great commander and an efficient administrator. Efficient administrator means good administrator. Full stop. He fought a series of wars against the independent kingdoms that came up on the ruins of the Bahmani kingdom. Full stop. The Muslim armies were decisively defeated in the Battle of Diwani. Battle of Diwani. Underline Battle of Diwani. Means in the Battle of Diwani, the Muslim rulers of Bahmani Empire were defeated by Krishna Dev Raya. Parachange. Then he means Krishna Dev Raya. He invaded the Raichur Doab. Raichur Doab was located between the Tungabhadra and Krishna river and completely shattered the Adil Shah apostrophes forces of Bijapur first, comma, attacked Gulbarga, means attacked on Gulbarga and set free the three Bahmani prince who were imprisoned there, imprisoned there. Means they got imprisonment at Gulbarga. Parachins. Thus, he restored, he means King of Vijay Krishnadev Rai, restored the Bahmani Sultanate to Muhammad Shah. And Krishnadev Rai himself took the title of Yavanraj Sthapanacharya. Yavanraj Sthapanacharya means who placed the rule of Yavans means Muslims once again in Bahmani Empire. Parachange. He also maintained law and order. He also maintained law and order and dealt with the Portuguese influence in the Deccan and dealt with the Portuguese influence in the Deccan. He maintained friendly relations with the Portuguese. Full stop. King Albuquerque. Albuquerque means Alfonso de Albuquerque, who was the second governor of Portuguese Empire in India. He had come India in 1509 as Portuguese governor. King Albuquerque sent his ambassador to the court of Krishnadev Rai. Krishnadev Rai. Full stop. Parachange. The Portuguese traveler Domingo Pace and Barbosa came India during his reign. Came India during his reign. Parachins. He also maintained law and order. Sorry, we have discussed. We have discussed once again. Just a minute. Now, Parachins, though he was a Vaisnavite, he means Krishnadev Raya was a Vaisnavite, but respected all religions. Full stop. Eight eminent scholars of Telugu language known as the Astadiggajaj, adorned his court. Means eight Telugu scholar decorated the court of Krishnadevaraya, who were called Astadiggaj. The name of Astadiggajaj were, now continue. First Astadiggaj, Allah Sani Peddan. That's Andhra Kavi Pitama, means he was called Andhra Kavi Pitama, and writer of Manu Charitam, means Allah Sadi Pedan had written Manu Charitam. Number two, Tenali Ramakrishna, that's writer of Panduranga Mahamatyam. Number three, Pigali Surant. Number four, Timman. Timman. Number five, Dhurjit. Number six, Mallan. Mallan. Number seven. Number seven, Ramchandra oblique Ram Rai Bhushan, and the last Bhattamurti. These all were eminent Telugu scholars who were combinedly known as Astadiggaj, who decorated the court of Krishnadevaraya. Thus, you can say Krishnadevaraya was a great patronizer of scholars, but he was also a very good scholar. How? Continue. Parachinka. Krishnadev himself authored number one Amukta Malyad in bracket Telugu. Means Krishnadev had written Amukta Malyad in Telugu language. Basically, it was a political writing. Number two, Jambavati Kalyanam and Usa Parinayam in bracket Sanskrit language. Means both were written in Sanskrit language, and these all books were composed by Krishnadev Rai. Thus, you can say Krishnadev Rai was a great scholar and patronizer of scholars. Parachinj. He built Vitthal Swami and Hazara Swami temple at Vijay Nagar. The ruins of both temples, you can say, in modern Hampi. Full stop. The famous Tirupati temple greatly developed during his period. Parachange. He founded the city of Nagalpuram in the name of his mother Nagla Devi and Hospet city in the name of his wife. Means he founded two modern cities. First on the name of his mother and second on the name of his wife. Parachange. Achyut Devrai. Achyut Devrai. Basically, Achyut Devrai was younger son of Krishna Devrai. Continue. Achyut Devrai, 1529 to 1542. That's he was the younger brother of Krishna Devrai. Younger brother, not son. Full stop. A Portuguese traveler Fernão Nunes visited India during his reign. He patronized the Kannada poet Vithalnath Purandar Das, Rajnath, and Dimdim second. And Dimdim second. Once again, Parachins. He built Tiruvengalnath temple, Tiruvengalnath temple, and Achitrai temple at Vijay Nagar. At Vijay Nagar. Now the next ruler, Sadashiv Rai. Sadashiv Rai, time period 1542 to 1570 AD. Write down. Sadashiv Rai was the last ruler of Tuluva dynasty. Tuluva dynasty. He was a puppet in the hands of his minister Ramaraya, who was the de facto king. De facto king. Remember, Ram Rai was son-in-law of Krishnadev Rai. Parachange. Ram Rai tried to balance the Deccan powers by playing one against the other. How? Because in 16th century, early 16th century, Vijayanagar Empire was divided into five small kingdoms: Bijapur, Bidar, Barar, Golconda, and Ahmedsar. He always balanced them, balanced all the Bahmani sultanates in his trick, in his way. Parachins. Now, next, last dynasty, Aravidu dynasty. Aravidu dynasty. Parachins. Continue. Tirumal, the son of Ram Rai, founded Aravidu dynasty and ruled from Penukonda. Means Aravidu dynasty was founded by Tirumal. And Tirumal was the son of Ram Rai, and Ram Rai was the son-in-law of Krishnadev Rai. Parachange. Venkat II became ruler in 1586. He transferred his capital to Chandragiri. Means Venkat II became ruler in 1586 and he ruled from Chandragiri. Means Chandragiri was his capital. Parachange. Mysore became independent state in 1612 after the permission of Venkat II by Wadiyar king. Means Wadiyar Hindu king founded independent state of Mysore in 1612. Earlier, it was a part of Vijayanagar Empire. Continue. Venkat II maintained friendship relation with various European powers. He also took interest in paintings. Now para change. Next ruler Venkat III. And now once again para change Sri Ranga III. He was the last ruler of Vijayanagar Empire. Means after Ranga III, Vijayanagar Empire collapsed and had broken into various states. Now, the next topic, administration of Vijayanagar Empire. Administration of Vijayanagar Empire. First of all, write one para and then we shall discuss. There were well organized administration under the Vijayanagar kingdom. For example, the Rajas, means kings, enjoyed absolute authority in executive, judicial, and legislative matters. For example, he was the highest court of appeal. For example, in the matter of justice, harsh punishments such as mutilation and throwing to elephants are given. Means you can say the king was all in his administration, in his empire. He was embodiment of his kingdom. Now, made make a graphical representation of administrative units of Vijayanagar Empire. First of all, Vijayanagar Empire and empire was divided into various provinces that were called mandalams. Mandalams. Some mandalams were divided into valnads and mostly in Nadu or Kottam. Nadu, then Kottam or Valanadu, and then Nadu. This was the rare division. Nadu, and after that Melagram. Melagram. Melagram, and after that Sthal, oblique Sima, and after that village. Villages were smallest units of administration. Now, this is graphical representation of administrative units of विजयनगर एम्पायर. यानी आप ये कह सकते हो कि विजयनगर एम्पायर was divided into various small units step by step. Para change. Succession to the throne was mostly on the principle of hereditary, but sometimes usurpation to the throne also occurred. Like we have discussed, the Salwa dynasty was established by killing the last ruler of Sangham dynasty. And Bir Narsingh, the founder of Tulu dynasty, also killed Imad Narsingh, the last ruler of um, Salu dynasty. Thus, basically, the rule was hereditary, but sometimes it is violated. Now, para change. The king was assisted by a council of ministers in his day to day administration. Parachins. The kingdom was divided into different administrative units called Mandalam, Nadu, Esthals, and finally into Gramas we have discussed through graphical representation. Full stop. The governor of the Mandalam was called Mandaleswar or Nayak. Full stop. Vijayanagar rulers gave full powers to the local authority in the administration. Now, para change. The Chola tradition of village self-government were considerably weakened under the Vijay Nagar rulers. Why? Why? Due to development of Nayakship, who curb the freedom of village panchayats. Full stop. The growth of hereditary Nayakship tended to curb their freedom and initiative. Full stop. The governors of the provinces were royal prince at first. Later, persons belonging to vassals means feudal lords, of the ruling families and nobles were also appointed as governors. Parachange. The provincial governors had a large measure of autonomy as they held their own courts, comma, appointed their own officers, and maintained their own armies. Full stop. Parachange. The term of the provincial governors was not fixed. It depended on his ability and strength. It depended on his ability and strength. Full stop. Each governor paid a fixed contribution in men and money to the central government. Means they were responsible to provide army, money, and men, all things. Parachin. Thus, it would not be totally wrong to assure that Vijayanagar was more a confederacy than a centralized power. Means basically Vijayanagar Empire was a confederacy, was a commonwealth, not a centralized power. Parachage. Besides it, comma, land revenue, comma, tribute and gifts from vassals. Vassals means feudal lords, subordinate rulers, nayakas, and feudal chiefs, comma, customs collected at the ports, comma, taxes on various professions were other source other sources of income to the government. Full stop. Land revenue was fixed at generally one-sixth of the produce. One-sixth of the produce. Now the next heading, army and military organization of Vijay Nagar Empire. Full stop. Write down. The Vijay Nagar Empire, the Vijay Nagar Empire held a well organized and efficient army. It consisted of the cavalry, infantry, artillery, and elephants. Full stop. High breed of horses, high breed of horses were procured from foreign traders. Full stop. The port of Malabar was the center of this trade, and the trade in other luxury commodities. Means Malabar. See, this is map of India, and this is Western Ghat. This is Malabar coast. This is Coromandel coast. This is Golconda coast, and this is Northern Sarkar. Means Malabar coast is here. Malabar coast was the main center of trade. Main center of trade. Purchase. One of the important features of the Vijayanagar administration was Amar Nayak system. Amar Nayak system. Basically, these Amar Nayaks were Nayakas. They hold Amaram land, hence they were called Amar Nayakas. Full stop. Amar Nayak system. The top grade officers of the army were known as Nayakas or polygars or polygars. Full stop. Parachange. These officers were granted land called Amaram in lieu of their services, while soldiers were usually paid in cash. Full stop. The Nayakas were responsible for expanding agricultural activities in his Amaram land. Full stop. They collected taxes in their lands, and with this income, they maintained their army, horses, elephants, and weapons of warfare that he had to supply to the Rai. Rai means king of Vijayanagar Empire or the Vijayanagar ruler. Full stop. Parachange. The Nayak was also the commander of the forts of the fort. Full stop. Some of the revenue was also used for the maintenance of temples and irrigation works. And irrigation works. Parachinch. The Amar Naikas sent tribute to the king annually and personally in the royal court with gifts to express their loyalty. Full stop. Parachinch. The Vijayanagar estate, the Vijayanagar estate was also familiar with the use of firearms and employed Turkish and Portuguese experts. Why? To train the soldiers in the latest weaponry of warfare. Means they were very aware to upgrade the army of Vijayanagar Empire, to upgrade the army, cavalry, and other organs of the army. Now the next heading: social life or society of Vijayanagar Empire. Write down. Allah Sani Peddan. We have discussed one of Diggas. Allah Sani Peddan in Manucharitam refers to the existence of four Varnas. Means as Manucharitam written by Allah Sani Peddan, four Varna system was prevailing in Vijayanagar Empire society. Four Varnas means dash first Brahmins, number two Kshatriyas, number three Vaishyas, number four Sudras in Vijayanagar. Parachange. Foreign travelers left vivid accounts on the splendor of buildings and luxurious social life in the city of Vijayanagar Empire. City of Vijayanagar Empire. Now, parachange. Pace. Pace means Domingo Pace, a Portuguese traveler. Pace mentions the beautiful houses of the rich and large number of their household servants. Parachange. Niccolo Conti, we have discussed earlier. Niccolo Conti visited Vijayanagar in 1420 during the time period of Devaraya I. Full stop. Niccolo Conti refers to the prevalence of slavery. Means slavery was prevailing in the Vijayanagar society. Full stop. Silk and cotton cloths were mainly used for dresses. Dresses. Dancing, music, wrestling, gambling, and cockfighting were some of the common forms of amusements. Means mode of entertainments. Parachins. The Sangam rulers were chiefly Saivites, mainly Saivites, and Virupaksh was their family deity. While other dynasties like Salu dynasty, Tulu dynasty, Arvid dynasty, while other dynasties were Vaishnavites, like Krishnadev Rai was Vaishnavized. Full stop. Ramanuja apostrophe Sri Vaishnavism was very popular in Vijayanagar Empire. And Sri Vaishnavism, developed by Ramanuj, was very popular, was very dominant in Vijayanagar Empire. Para change. All kings, all kings means the kings of four all dynasties. All kings were tolerant towards other religions. Full stop. Barbosa means Duarte Barbosa, a Portuguese traveler, referred to the religious freedom enjoyed by the everyone. By everyone. Para change. The position of women was not improved. However, some of them were learned, such as Ganga Devi, the wife of Kumar Kampan, we have discussed earlier, who authored Madura Vijayam. Full stop. Manamma and Tirumalamma were other famous female poets. Full stop. According to Nunez, a traveler, comma, a large number of women were employed in the royal palaces as dancers, comma, domestic servants, and palkin bearers. Means slavery system was prevailing. Sati means Sahagaman was honored. Please stop. They, the practice of Devdasis was in palaces, was in practice. Means Devdasi system was prevailing during the time period of Vijayanagar Empire. Devdasi, Dasi, maiden of deity. Parachange. Polygamy was prevalent among the royal families. Full stop. Taxes were imposed on marriage, but not on widow remarriage. Means widow remarriage was exempted. Full stop. The taxes were imposed on prostitutions and collected money was used to pay the salary of police. Parachange. And once again, write a heading Economy of Vijayanagar Empire. Economy of Vijayanagar Empire. What was the economic condition of Vijayanagar people? What was the condition of Vijayanagar kingdom? And what was the main mode of tax collection? What was the major source of income of government? These all were covered in economy purchase. Agriculture was the main occupation of the people. Means most of the people practice the cultivation of crops. Full stop. The Vijayanagar rulers provided a stimulus to its further growth by providing irrigation facilities. Full stop. New tanks were built and dams were constructed across the rivers like Tungabhadra River. Nunis refers to the excavation of canals. Now, para change. There were numerous industries and they were organized into guilds. Guilds means association of traders. Full stop. Metal workers and other craftsmen flourished during their period. Full stop. Diamond mines were located in Kurnool and modern Anantapur district. Full stop. Vijay Nagar was also a great center of trade. Full stop. The chief gold coin was Varaha. Means Varaha was a gold coin which was prevailing in Vijayanagar Empire. Underline Varaha. For a change. There were a number of seaports on the Malabar coast. We have discussed Malabar coast, comma, the chief being Kannur. Full stop. Commercial contracts with Arabia, Persia, South Africa, and Portugal on the west, and with Burma, comma, the Malay Peninsula, and China on the east flourished. Parachage. The main items of exports were cotton and silk cloths, comma, spices, rice, iron, saltpeter, and sugar. Full stop. The import consisted of horses, pearls, copper, coral, mercury, China silk, and velvet cloths. Full stop. The art of shipbuilding had developed. The art of shipbuilding had developed. Parachange and write a note. Note number one. Barbers, nai, barbers were exempted from taxes and they were appointed in army. Note number two. There were following types of lands. First, Bhandarwad in bracket government land. Number two, Manyam in bracket tax exempted, which consisted Devdan, Ekbhogam, Brahmade, etc. Third, Umbali, that's land given against services, Fourth, रक्त कोटगी या रक्त कोट गए, dash given to killed soldiers. And fifth, kuttagi, kuttagi. Note number three, kudi, bonded laborers. Note number four, land measurements, naduwakkal, naduwakkal. And the last, cultural life of Vijayanagar Empire, cultural contribution of Vijayanagar Empire, or culture of Vijayanagar Empire. Write down. The temple building activity further gained momentum during the Vijayanagar rule. The chief features of the Vijayanagar architecture, chief features of the Vijayanagar architecture were construction of tall Rai Gopurams, means large, long Gopurams or gateways, and the Kalyana Mandap with carved pillars on the temple premises. Temple premises. Suppose that this is a temple. This is placed on pillars and this is mandap. The main mandap was called Kalyana Mandap and the other mandaps was subsidiary mandaps. Parachinj, large mandap contain 100 pillars as well as 1000 pillars in some big temples. These mandaps were used for seating the deity on the festival occasions. On the festival occasions. Now, Parachinj. Many Amman shrines, means Amman temples, subsidiary temples, were added to the already existing temples during this period. Means Amman temple shrine was new practice in Vijayanagar Empire. Parachinj. The most important temples of Vijayanagar's style were founded in the Hampi ruins or the city of Vijayanagar. Means ruins of the Vijayanagar Empire can be seen in Hampi, modern Hampi. Full stop. Vittal Swami and Hazara Swami temples are the best examples of the Vijayanagar style. Vijayanagar style. And the last para, the metal image of Krishna Dev Rai and his queens at Tirupati temple are examples for casting of metal image. Full stop. Music and dancing were also patronized by rulers of Vijayanagar Empire. Full stop. Parachange. Different languages such as Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, and Tamil flourished in the regions. Full stop. There was a great development in Sanskrit and Telugu literature. Full stop. Now, the some terms belong to the Vijayanagar Empire. Make two column in first term and in second meaning. Number one, Pradhani, meaning Prime Minister. Number two, Rayasani, That's recorded oral order of king. Number three, Karnikam, accountant. Number four, Kadmai, kind of taxes. Number five, Athavane, land revenue department. Number six, Mahanayakacharya, that's meaning acted as linkage between king and villagers. Padikaval, selling of policing rights, and the Talar, watchman. Thus, we have completed Vijayanagar Empire. Jai Hind.